Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to Backchannel. You are here, and this is the only place where you can listen and watch and chat with live talk show hosts for 12 hours every day, like all day long, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. The show before me is Haley and Allison. They're out in England. They are here from 6 to 8 a.m. Eastern. I am Liv with Liv Every Day. Hello. And today we're only on for 1 hour. We're on from 8 to 9 Eastern. And then after me will be Kate and Will, not the famous royal ones, the other ones that are out in England. And they will be on from 9 to 10. And they are just absolutely lovely. Hi, everyone. Good morning. I see Nathan and C. Good morning. Hello. And Doug is saying good morning. Oh my gosh. Dodd or Dowd out in Illinois. Oh my gosh. Hi. Good morning. First time on Backstream. You are new and I see that. And you're listening, and seeing Handcuffed is new. Hello. Although I recognize that name, unless there's two of you out there. Sheila is here. Good morning. Michael is here. Good morning. And Channel. You guys, welcome, everybody. Now, if you're listening, I would love if you would go to backchannel.tv and you can chat with me there. You can actually type and say things to me and I can talk back. How fantastic. Like, so great. So if you have an Echo Show, and if you don't, you can buy one. It is absolutely possible. Your dreams can come true. If you do have an Echo Show, you can speak to the device. The magic word for that is say. So you would just say her name, which we call her T-Rexa. T-Rexa, say good morning, Liv, and she'll type it for you. You guys, I am so excited to have you this morning because today is Tuesday and this is Hot Take Tuesday. We got to talk about what's going on in the world that everybody else is talking about. So we got to get to it. It's already January 25th. What? Next week is February. Like, I don't understand what's happening. Like, I really don't. Doug is telling me that he is drinking watermelon tea. That sounds incredible. What else is everyone drinking? Because I'm going to make my new coffee. I've got Mondo. I wish these guys were like sponsors. Wouldn't that be so cool? This is the really cool drip coffee that I did yesterday, but this is a different flavor. Let's see if it really is a different flavor. This one is Colombia, you guys. As you get all adjusted, ready for your morning, I will start making my coffee. Look, I pull these little doodads on the sides of this like tea bag. I have, I don't know, it's like a paper, it looks like a paper like snowflake. Okay. And I tear off the top so that I can make a little, it's so crazy. It's fun. It's very interactive. I'm going to open it up. Opening. Oh, okay. I like to sing. I sing way too much. Everyone's like, yeah, we know. Okay, you guys. So Doug says, I want you to know I talked to my mom about you. Doug, would you do me a favor? Would you please tell your mother I said hello? I would love that. I'm trying to remember her name. Wait, don't tell me. What is her name? All right, tell me her name. Oh, I can't remember, but that's because of me, Doug, not because of you. I feel like it's like Betty or something. Sheila said you can never sing. I know. I can't sing, everybody, but I want to. I want to sing so badly. I really do. You know what today is, everybody? Today is Plan a Vacation Day. I would love to do that with you guys. I know that like on Mondays we do our dream boards and all that kind of stuff, but I would love to take some time today. And oh, Sheila, you can never sing enough. And she said T-Rexa is stupid. Oh no, T-Rexa. Are you being a Regina George? I can never sing to that. You're so nice, Sheila. I love you so much. I have so much to tell you guys today. And I had a little meeting, and we're gonna plan a vacation right now, all of us who are here. Because can I say it's one of my favorite activities. It is one of my favorite activities to plan a vacation. 90% of the time, they never happen. They never, ever, ever happen. That is okay. There's something about dreaming and thinking of someplace else that just gets you in a great space. I love that we have an actual national holiday where they're like, you know what, you should do that today. Good morning, Mindy. You guys, all the friends are here. Okay. So let's plan a vacation. I would like to know a crazy, 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 out of the box, nutty kind of trip, like ridiculous amount of money. It's going to take us 70 years to get there. I don't care. Like something big. Good morning, April. Hi, friend. And then I want to know something like, like domestic-y kind of, you know what I mean? Like something that you're like, oh, this is, Arkansas. Like we can get there. Like something like that. So I want you to think about it, you guys. My breath just went away. My friend Steve Wilson is here this morning. Steve, you're going to make me cry. No singing. I know that just means you want me to sing more, Steve. He's like, no, I don't. By the way, did you see you could get free bagels at Jersey Bagels today for being a police officer? Everyone say thank you, Steve. He is an incredible police officer here in the Houston area. So, in fact, I'd love to have you on the show, Steve. Can I bring you on? Can you come on the show like right now? Can I interview you for like 3 seconds? He's like, no. I don't know. We'll see. He says Arctic cruise to the South Pole. Tim is here. Good morning, Tim. Hi. We are planning a trip. Today is plan a vacation day. I kind of love it. I kind of like, it's like any other goal, right? It's like any other goal. Have a big one, like the Arctic cruise to the South Pole. Sure, put that out there, and then have one that you're like, I mean, this is one that maybe I could actually work on, that I could actually save money for. I could, you know what I mean? Anna's saying, we could plan your Canadian vacation. I desperately want to go back to Canada. She says underwater hotel or some sort of private charter yacht. I gotta be honest, I don't think I could do an underwater hotel. I think I would freak out the whole time. Oh my gosh. Mindy says, let's go drive the Oregon coast. Yes. Can I just say something about Oregon for everybody? That I don't know if you know this. First of all, Oregon is super hard to get to. Unless you're flying into Portland, it's super hard to get into. Like, it's just, you've got to have a reason. We drove to Oregon and we went to Crater Lake National Park. I don't know if you've heard of Crater Lake National Park. When I tell you, and I mean this, I have pictures on my Instagram. That might not be true. I have pictures on my social media. I can put it on my Instagram. Steve Wilson. Oh, Lord, he sits there, but yeah. Steve, you'd have to prepare and not say bad words. You have children. Pretend when you go to like an elementary school, Steve, you can come be my guest. I really would love to have you as a guest, actually. Can I, for real, can my producer Anna reach out to you and I come visit you one day and I film you like on the job or something? We could just stand by your car, by your cool police car. I could come up to when you work on a Saturday night. I could do that. Okay. Planning the show instead of planning a trip. Oregon is like a tropical island, but it's connected to the United States. It is so lush. The trees and the oh my gosh, it is just absolutely like you would think, I'm not kidding. You're like, is this Brazil? Like it is just absolutely lush. But it's the Pacific Northwest. So you've got these huge trees, like you've got the big, tall redwoods and stuff. It's just mind blowing. But the Crater National Park, the blue water in that like crater is so blue. It like your eyes, you're like, is God using a filter? It's just fascinating. All right. So I absolutely say yes to Mindy. She says it's so, so beautiful. I haven't been to Crater Lake, but when we played the geography game, y'all were all about this. I know. I can't get over it. Okay. So what else is something just big out there? April is having oatmeal with hot cocoa in it. Doug says there was a time when my grandparents lived in Texas and my mom went down to visit. We're in Texas. Mindy said, is it the rainforest? I think it is. I think it's not, I don't think it's considered, Oregon is considered a tropical rainforest, but it is like a Pacific Northwest rainforest. Like it is just lush. Like there's a reason why Twilight filmed their movies there. I don't blame them. So if I were to plan a trip, you guys, although I'm kind of intrigued with Steve's Arctic cruise situation, I want to see if Anna has anything because I could not. Okay. Anna says 2022 Gold Leaf upgrade offer. Okay. For the eligible Canadian package, the Canadian train line. That's what I did. I did Gold Leaf. Hello, Jonah. First time on the show. Welcome being a new listener. I love it. Listen, everyone listening, I want you to go to backchannel.tv, chat with me there. You can hop on YouTube, but we really like it when you're on Backchannel. I mean, I know YouTube's right there and you can watch and listen, but on Backchannel, you can listen and still chat, you guys. I would love it. Okay. We found out about Oregon. It is a temperate rainforest. I don't know what that means. It just means that it has tall trees. My dream vacation, if I really, 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 if put fear, money, practicality aside, I would really love to do a world cruise. Let me tell you why. Except I do have to say this. I am scared of pirates. I have a friend who did semester at sea. He was on a cruise ship for a semester. And pirates are a real thing. Like pirates are legit real. So when they would, oh no, my coffee thing fell. I think it's going to be okay. When they went around, I think it's the Horn of something in Africa. That's where you have the pirates, you have a surge of pirates. So they would do pirate drills on the ship, every day, how we would do fire drills in school. They would do pirate drills. And it was on a cruise ship. So here's what's fascinating about semester at sea. And I have no idea if this is still how they do it, but normal people could be on semester at sea. So you've got all these college kids who are legit taking college classes on a cruise ship. And then you've got 70-year-olds who are going to Zimbabwe and Egypt. I find that fascinating. I think that would be super cool to do. I'm just saying, I find it interesting. So, Anna says she wants to go to New Zealand where they filmed Lord of the Rings. I've had a few friends do that trip. I feel like Mindy has already done that. Steve, give me your coffee. Listen, they're supposedly really, really scary, Steve, these pirates. Oh, okay. Mindy's daughter is leaving for semester at sea in 2 months. Great. Sorry, Mindy. Surely they talk to you about the pirates, or maybe they're not a problem anymore. I mean, this is when you and I were in college, friends. So that was back in 1812, when Johnny Depp wasn't even born or a real pirate. So who knows? Who knows? And she'll be fine. She says, no pirates. Hers is not semester C. It's a C semester. Oh, sorry. Which is different. It's a research vessel, but that's terrifying. Wait, is she going to be at the Galapagos Islands? I just feel 1812. I mean, doesn't high school feel that long ago? Or it feels like yesterday. Steve was with us. Steve went to high school with us. I don't know. April says they call me the human iPad. I'm really smart. April, let me ask you a question. You love the games on the show. I can see that you're chatting. Tim's chatting. Tell me this. What are your favorite games that we play? We got some feedback yesterday, everybody. And this goes with Hot Take Tuesday, which is what's happening. Wordle is a big deal. It's a huge deal right now. Everybody's playing it. Everybody's posting it on their Facebook, which I'm not a fan of that. I'm just being honest. But you know what? Why am I complaining? I was complaining the other day. I miss people taking pictures of their lunch like we used to. Now we just have political craziness and vaccines and the Ukraine and but that's a major thing. All sorts of things. So why am I not happy that people are posting their Wordle? I should be. Good morning, Stacy. Hi, friend. So here's the question. We played Wordle here yesterday and it did not go well. My husband was like, Liv, it was too hard. I was in the car and I couldn't do it, just listening. And there's a lot of our listeners who only listen, who can just listen. So we've decided to take the Wordle game away and the snowman game away. I don't think it's working for us, as a community. And that's really important to me that you guys show up and this is a place that you want to be. So my question, especially April and everyone else, but since she's so smart, Which games do you love? Okay, she started writing. She wrote trivia. Okay, so you love trivia. Anything else? Or are there any games that you guys have ideas for? You can always share here. We can also go to the email hello@volleythat.com. Hello@volleythat.com. Okay, guys? Anna has a little thing. She could put that up there later. Okay. Yep. There we go. It's right there. I want you to write me. I also need something else from everybody. So Anna's going to keep this up for a second. We've got a nice little-ish group. I mean, I was going to wait till we had more people, but that's okay. Mindy also loves the trivia. I think we all love the trivia. I kind of like the would you rather too. Describing a movie title badly. I need your addresses. Is this weird to say? Is this so strange to say? I need your addresses. I want you to listen, it's going to go to a PO box, so don't worry. It's not like whatever. I have something that I want to send everybody. Everybody that's been listening, I have a little special surprise for everyone listening. Nathan, Channel, Sheila, Doug. Hey, Dowd, whatever. Let me know. How do I say your name? You too. I'm serious. Welcome. You are part of our family. April, Tim, Stacy, Mindy, Steve, anybody who's listening. We'll have to get Peter. Who else do we have all the time? We have like our regulars, which I love. Like Mindy said, it's like Cheers, where everybody knows your name. So I need your addresses. And also, would you let me know if you are deaf? I would love to know that because I've got something a little more special for you. Don't write your address on here, Stacy. Don't write your address. Have someone send an email to hello@volleythat.com. So if you're deaf, let me know. I've got a little something for you because we've got a few listeners who are, and I have some big ideas for that. I want everybody to feel comfortable and everybody to feel seen and heard and a part of the community. And that's what I want. Okay, moving on with our Hot Take Tuesday. You guys, there is some crazy news going on in the world. I got to start with one that's a little close to my heart. A little close. Is that I have a friend who is in the movie business. I have a few friends in the movie business, but this guy is a sound engineer. And he had the incredible privilege of working with the famous Julian Fellows, who is the genius behind Downton Abbey. I don't know how many of you guys watched Downton Abbey. We were obsessed. I'm not kidding. I don't know if I've been that into a show since Downton Abbey. Like Downton Abbey was my thing. Like we were like, so into it. So Downton Abbey, really into that show. Loved the movies. I loved everything about it. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I said deaf. I meant blind. Anna just said, you mean blind, not deaf. You know why I was thinking about that? This is what's so interesting. And this is how God is so humbling. I mean, everybody, if you are blind, I'm so sorry. I don't know why. Well, I do know why I said deaf, and that's what I'm going to tell you. This weekend, when I was doing the Miss America pageant situation, there was a beautiful young woman who did her entire talent in ASL, in American Sign Language. I knew American Sign Language, like I took it in high school. So I've been thinking about her and American Sign Language like since then, and I just conflated the two things, which is not cool. So I apologize. I'm so sorry. All of my listeners who are blind, please let me know. I have something very special for you and only you, and I want you to know that. Sorry, everybody. So I apologize, but send me your email. Send me your addresses, please. hello@volleythat.com. Okay, so here's the thing. The Gilded Age is being released on HBO Max. This is the new Julian Fellows show. People have been talking about it for years because they had started this production. This is a hot take. They started this production before the pandemic, and my friend is the sound engineer, the head one, okay, for the Gilded Age, for Julian Fellows. How crazy is that? So I need to know, Hot Take Tuesday, do you feel that things are overhyped these days? Now that we've got social media, we've got influencers, we've got all this kind of stuff. Like back in the day when a show would just come on, a show would just come on. I mean, and you would hear from your friends. Like you would get influence from the water cooler, you know what I mean? Or like whatever. But now it's this massive situation of, really building up things and making it into a hot take, getting it even a little like, getting, I don't know, they make all this controversy around stuff. I don't think there's any going on with the Julian Fellows show. It premiered last night on HBO Max. But how do you feel? Do you feel when new shows or new entertainment is coming out? Film, TV, otherwise, I mean, or, film or TV. Do you feel like you're getting taken for a ride? Do you feel like you're part of the system? Or do you feel like, no, this is just really great marketing advertising? I don't know. I kind of feel like with this whole, in my opinion, the Gilded Age has been so hyped up for so long. And I don't know if it was because it was before the pandemic when they started all of it, if maybe that's why. I'm not sure. Stacy brings up a good point, and I want to ask everybody this question. Stacy says I'm visually impaired. So I was taught by someone who works in diversity and inclusion communities, not to say visually impaired, not to say hearing impaired, to say deaf and blind. She taught me that, it goes against everything that I was taught as a person my whole life. So we had to do like a whole training on it. So let me ask you guys, what do you prefer? That would be something that would be really great to also know. So there's some other amazing trending stories. This is hilarious. This is a hot take. If you all know, the great girls of Sex in the City, and Just Like That, right? Is that the new title of their reboot? They're working on this whole show and they're having all sorts of stuff like happen to them. They have a lot of controversy around the show. This kind of is what is also talking, like, kind of blamed this conversation with the Gilded Age. Anna's saying I didn't hear that much about the Gilded Age. I don't know. Maybe it's just, and that's true. It could just be like circles that you're in, who says what. But poor Peloton. Can we talk about Peloton for a hot second? That is a hot take. These bikes that have the screen and like it's a stationary bike and you like work out with somebody on the screen, right? Is this how it works? I don't know. I don't have a Peloton. So if anybody has one, let me know. But there's a whole line of amazing exercise equipment that are interactive, that you've got a class, you've got an instructor, you've got music, you've got routines, all sorts of stuff. And you hop on this stationary bike, you go to town, and you worked out and you feel jazzed. You don't have to leave your home. It was absolutely brilliant for the pandemic. Brilliant. And now people are working from home. Let's be honest. I think a lot of us just kind of like being here. So Peloton is a big company. And there was a commercial. I want to say it's before the pandemic. Wasn't it December before the pandemic? I want to say like December 2019. I think that's when it was. Tim says, if something gets overhyped, it usually ends up disappointing because expectations are so high. I'm wondering about that. I'm interested to see, like, for instance, the Gilded Age and see if it is as wonderful as it should be. Okay, so Anna is showing a Peloton bike. Okay, guys, those who have screens or who want to tune in on YouTube, the pandemic was the best thing that happened to Peloton until it was the worst. So they had a commercial that went viral for the wrong reasons. I don't know why people lost their minds about it. A husband got a wife a Peloton for Christmas, and people found that really offensive. People were like, "Oh my gosh, she's saying she's fat, da 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 da," that kind of thing. Is like, I don't know, whatever. But then what's so fascinating, and the girl that was on in the commercial, she got a lot of big like career opportunities as an actress from like really famous people, like Ben Affleck or something like I don't know, like somebody huge. Anyway, Peloton then did fantastic, even with that horrible commercial that everybody was like all crazy about. I did not find it offensive at all, but whatever. They did great because all of a sudden the pandemic happened. That was the best thing that happened to them. And then everybody was like all into it. And now you've had a character on the Sex and the City franchise, Mr. Big, was on his Peloton. And then like he stepped out the Peloton, was walking and collapsed, died of a heart attack, dropped dead of a heart attack. And then apparently Peloton continues to decline after another TV character has had a heart attack while riding their bike. I got to take a moment and say, is this something that is really connected to Peloton? Like, do people actually, you know what I mean? Like, is this just a normal amount of people that die after exercising, or is this like an actual thing, like an actual problem? I don't know why the Peloton would be quote unquote the problem. It's a stationary bike. You know what I mean? Like, you have to control how fast you go or how intense you're going. I just feel like that's a little rough to just blame this company. You know what I mean? Because it's not like it's something that they're putting in the bike. I don't know. Let's see. Kim Cattrall is the mom on How I Met Your Mother. Oh, that's a hot take. Succession character had a heart attack but survived. Okay, so it happened in Succession. This is the new character that this happened to. Big show, Succession. Character just died. Had a heart attack but survived. That's interesting. Stacey says if things go off of an advertisement, that usually means something big and happy. Okay, well, it is a problem that, like something that was used, that was supposed to be big and happy, was used in a negative way. I don't know. Mindy says, yes, exercise is good for your heart. Steve said I hadn't made it that far in the season and killed Mr. Big. Steve, you're not watching that show. I know you. That's so funny. Oh, Mindy says, I have a friend who worked in media for the AHA. They had to make a formal statement about this after the episode. The American Heart Association. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. I mean, come on. Like, they had to say exercise is good for your heart. You guys, it's a stationary bike. Gyms are full of them. You know, do you see my point? Why would we specifically call out the Peloton? The only thing is that that's the famous name of what's inside people's homes right now. But I'm saying like, it's not because it's releasing a carbon dioxide or it's like got this asbestos layer. Like, it's not the Peloton bike. It's whatever. Oh, Peloton got bad press because of faulty treadmills. Okay, that makes sense. You're talking about something faulty? Sure. Absolutely agree. 100%. But in these episodes, I don't think this is what's happening. They're just like on their bikes and then they just have a heart attack. Yeah, Stacey's saying it can be good for your heart, but you have to do it. You got to be careful whenever you do it. Mindy's saying it asks people what language they prefer. There may not be one answer that fits everyone's preference. Now that's interesting, Mindy. And this would also be a really hot take, good question, because I've learned that that's true, but also not true. In groups of people, for instance, I've been taught by the Black community to say Black and not African American, because not everyone has roots from Africa. So the general, like, blanket, like, generalization of saying Black actually is what people prefer. And I find that really, I started learning that from a professor I had who is Black, but she is from, where was she from? Jamaica? And she would fly to Jamaica and fly to Texas Tech. She would fly to Texas Tech in Lubbock, Texas, which I thought this was crazy, every Tuesday to teach a class for Wednesday, Friday, fly home to Jamaica every weekend. Isn't that amazing? Amazing. She's one of my favorite professors. And she was the one who taught us and said, I'm not an African American. I am Black. In Great Britain, they're called Black British. So are there words, are there, like generalization, like saying deaf, like saying blind? Because what I was told by this woman who works in the community, she said, what you're saying is that there's something broken about me when you say that I'm hearing impaired or I'm visually impaired. She goes, there's something broken about me at all. I was like, wow. So we had like a whole training on it. So I find this interesting. And yes, I mean, I think it's great to have this conversation because I want to, like everybody else, you don't know unless you know, you don't know unless you ask, or you don't know unless you say something. And then, yeah, you end up hurting someone's feelings or being offensive, or whatever. So, anybody who wants to tell me what they prefer, you can email me. You don't have to talk about here on a public forum. Good morning. I would love to hear exactly like when Mindy say, what language do you prefer? But are there generalizations we can make? I don't know. It's like, oh, it's not my opinion. It's people from the communities that have told me this. And then I'm like, I don't know what to do. That is a hot take. You guys, let's play a game. Let's play Bad Synopsis TV show version. We've been doing movies a lot. We lost April, which I'm so sad. She loves the games. But this is like my favorite. I think that, well, no. I love the trivia. I do love the trivia. So this is Bad Synopsis TV version. Since we're talking about the Gilded Age, we're talking about TV characters, Succession, which I still haven't seen. Good. Stacy's still here. Good morning, Stacy. I'm so glad you're still here. All right, here we go. These are bad TV show synopsis. What are they describing? If you didn't know how to play chess before, you still won't. If you didn't know how to play chess before, you still won't. What TV show is being described poorly? If you didn't know how to play chess before, you still won't. This is hilarious. Huh. Oh, I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess. Okay, Mindy wrote it. Queen's Gambit. I was like, wait a second. I watched this entire series. Did I tell you all this? I don't know if that's the right answer, but I watched the Queen's Gambit, the entire series, whilst on meds recovering from major surgery. And I think I've shared this. Stacy says Queen's Gambit. I think I've shared this before. I think I'm the only person who got that show. It made a lot of sense to me. I was on some heavy medication and a lot of anesthesia, y'all. A lot. I think, yes. Okay, the Queen's Gambit. Okay, yeah. It was a great show. I have no idea if I'd be able to follow it now, being not on meds. Oh, and Anna's keeping score. Okay, Anna's keeping score. That's right. Okay, so we've got Mindy, Stacy, and Nathan. They all got the Queen's Gambit. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I kind of want to rewatch it too. All right, they don't know where they are, what's happening, and neither does the audience. Oh, I had an idea immediately. I feel like this is the show that I jumped on the bond. That I jumped on the bandwagon at the very last season. I think I've shared that with you guys. I had so much FOMO that everybody was into this show. I watched the last season, which was dumb. Nathan says, Steve says, my daughter says My Little Pony. Also, Steve, my my producer, which you never answered if I could visit you or if you would come be on my show. Hey, for this morning show, Steve, we can actually bring you on right now, like not today, and you don't have to go anywhere. Or I can also come visit you. You have yet to answer. But my producer wants you to know that Mr. Big dies in the first episode. You did not watch it, Steve. He says, my daughter says My Little Pony. Mindy says, is it the Benedict Cumberbatch show? Ooh, I don't even know what that is. Nathan says Lost. I vote for Lost. That was the first thing that came to my brain. They don't know where they are. They don't know what's happening, and neither does the audience. Which I feel like they really, really proved at the last. Steve, my daughter says the Smurfs. That's a good one. Actually, you're not wrong. Because didn't we find out that the Smurfs at the end was like this whole other, like it was a whole other thing? Oh my gosh. Sheila said, my first thought was Lost, and that was my dad's favorite. I didn't know that. Well, how would I know that? Sheila, because we sit around talking about your dad. Stacy says Lost. Hey, Sheila, I need you to do me a favor, friend. I need you to text me privately off the air. All my numbers are messed up because I got a new phone and I don't know which one is yours. So if you could text me privately, that would be fantastic. And right, this is Sheila. Lost. Mindy said, wait. Oh, it's The Good Place. Please be The Good Place. Wait, what's the Benedict Cumberbatch show? What show is that? He's not in The Good Place, is he? What did you think of The Good Place, Mindy? That's a hot take. I liked the first season and then like it got weird. This one is hilarious and every single one of you should get this. Thank you, Sheila. Okay, Stacy got lost, Sheila got lost, Nathan got lost. And that sounds funny when I say it. Mindy says, I don't know time traveling. Okay, here is the new one. A show about unrealistic expectations of New York City apartments. That is fantastic. That is the best, absolute best synopsis of this show. I will consider it Carline right now. See, Steve, how fun would that be? Normally the show's 2 hours. Today it's not. Sheila's saying Friends. Mindy's saying Friends. Steve, what does your daughter say? Gummy bears? Mr. Rogers? Oh, Sesame Street. That would be funny. A show about unrealistic expectations of New York City apartments. That is hilarious. Stacy says Friends. Oh, Anna says, was she thinking of Sherlock? Oh, okay. Thank you. Anna says she couldn't make it through season 2 of A Good Place. Oh, but Chris loved The Good Place? But does he like it now? Oh, she's also saying, is she thinking Doctor Who? But that isn't Benedict. But that is some other British guy. Okay, we're trying to help you figure it out. Nathan said Sex in the City. That's not a bad idea. I know it's Friends. It's got to be Friends because that's all anybody ever talked about. But you're not wrong. Sex in the City as well. Yeah, Friends, 100%. Because Monica is in that incredible apartment and everybody loses their mind. And they must, at least once a season on Friends, Monica has to drop the bomb. My grandmother died and left me this apartment and it has rent control. Because everybody would make the biggest deal about her apartment. But that is a real thing. There's a lot of people in New York that have bougie apartments because they inherited them and they have rent control. Student and teacher bond over cooking. Anybody else feel like that's wrong? First thing I thought of was Glee, which I was like, nobody cooks on that show. I was like, student and teacher bond over cooking. Ratatouille, but that is a movie. So that's not it. Student and teacher bond over cooking. Dash, how are you doing, friend? I want you to hop on and talk to me. Also, I love your name. I think your name is super rad. I don't know why I'm telling you that. Don't worry, it's okay. The student graduated. Student and teacher bond over cooking? You guys, what TV show has anything to do with cooking? I mean, Peter! How long have you been here, Peter? Peter says Breaking Bad. Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. I've never seen it, but I do know that they cook meth. Am I right? Is that what they're cooking? They're cooking drugs in a garage? Are they really teacher and student? Anna says, cooking. Stacy says, nailed it. Stacy, you know a lot about pop culture. I got to give you credit, friend. Peter said, I just tuned in. Sheila says, I'll go with Peter. Absolutely nailed it. Steve said, started the show last night. Only got partway through before work, Mr. Big. You're not really watching. Are you really watching Sex and the City? Oh, no, Steve. I feel so awful. Mindy says, I don't know this one. Sheila says Breaking Bad and nails it, not mailed it. No, I knew what you meant. Did you see that I said it for you? I'm getting good at translating Terexa. She's the worst. No, we love you, Terexa. All right, we're all going to say Breaking Bad. Everybody's going to say Breaking Bad because Peter came in to save the day. Let's see. Yes! Go. Peter got it. Sheila, thank God you could translate. Who else got it? Sheila got it. Stacy got it. And Peter. Okay, here we go. Literally no mention of how to improve your lawn. Can I tell you what I first thought of? Desperate Housewives. Isn't that weird? Bye, Steve. No, bye, Steve's daughter. Off to school. Have a great day at school. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Make good choices. Susan, good morning. So glad you're listening. Guys, if you're listening, you can go to backchannel.tv and join. We're playing a game. It's bad synopsis of TV shows. This one is, here's our clue. Literally no mention of how to improve your lawn. I'm sitting here thinking, okay, Mindy says home improvement. I see where you're going with that. Do y'all know why I'm thinking of Desperate Housewives? Which nobody talks about that show anymore. I mean, because it's 500 years old. But remember, she had the tussle with her lawn guy. Oh, Sheila. Parks and Rec. That makes sense. Stacy says home improvement. These are two good choices. How to improve your lawn. I'm trying to think of anything else. Wait, let's see if Anna says anything. Sometimes she tells me things. How am I supposed to assign points like this? You're the boss, Anna. Listen, this is being a grown-up, Anna, making tough choices. I have no idea. All right, I'm going to say Desperate Housewives. I have no clue. I can't decide. A Parks and Rec makes sense to me, but then it's not your lawn. I don't know. Although home improvement makes sense. I don't know. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Weeds. Obviously, we're having a very drug-centered game. I love that the one time my friend who's a cop for Houston is on, we're talking about cooking meth. We're talking about weeds. That's true. Don't do drugs. Listen to Nancy Reagan. That campaign went over well. Really don't do it. It's awful. Well, I mean, that's what people say. It looks like it's awful. Okay. People try to sell paper when Office Depot is clearly the better option. If you all do not get this, guys, we know this one. We all know this one. People try to sell paper when Office Depot is clearly the better option. But then we wouldn't have such great, amazing. There's Katie. Hi. Big letters, The Office. If it's not The Office, Mindy says The Office. Any other guesses? Stacy says The Office. I'll tell you what, Anna's making up for that Wordle game we all played yesterday. Anna was like, I'm scared. People are going to throw things at my house. Okay, this is hilarious. I love it. I love Anna's angst. I love that I get to read her angst on the other side of the chat. So cute. So cute. All right. It's got to be The Office. I love when Office Depot is clearly the better option. The Office. You know what's so great about The Office? Here's what I love about Office and Friends. As someone with anxiety and depression, I can turn those on anytime and I'm cool because you know what's going to happen. Michael's going to be obnoxious and ridiculous. There's going to be something about beats. Pam and Jim are going to be all angsty. I mean, you know what I mean? There's just consistency. Friends are going to be ridiculously gorgeous and, in great apartments. It's good. It's nice to have. I love these. These are fantastic. Okay. Contestants are usually wrong in guessing the price of things. Contestants are usually wrong in guessing the price of things. Is this a game show? Okay, so this is almost the end. Okay, it's a game show. Contestants are usually wrong in guessing the price of the right things. Katie says Price is Right. Mindy says Price is Right. Steve says Price is Right. Stacy says Price is Right. You'll know what I was going to say? I was going to say, let's make a deal. I'm an idiot. Mindy, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Has anybody ever known anyone who was on The Price is Right? Also, Anna's too young to know Let's Make a Deal. Game shows are different than regular TV shows. That's true, but it's still a TV show. I mean, it's on your television. All right, obviously it's Price is Right. Is that the answer, Anna? It's gotta be. Price is Right. Oh, Anna says, what would you dress up as? You mean it for Let's Make a Deal? Do y'all remember Let's Make a Deal? Y'all were right. Price is Right. Everybody was right. Everybody gets points. Stacy gets points. Steve, Mindy, Katie, everybody. Come on, Steve or Jerry Springer. Your college roommate was on what, Steve? Jerry Springer or Price is Right? You got to make the distinction. Which, by the way, where I go in Stamford, Connecticut all the time, I go to Stamford constantly now because one of my jobs is up there. That is where Jerry Springer is and Maury Povich in specifically Stamford, Connecticut. Isn't that fascinating? Let me know, Steve, which show are we talking about that your roommate was on? Okay, last one. For every patient saved, 2 doctors will die. I hope this is Grey's Anatomy. I really do. I have no idea. Oh, they dress up on Price is Right too. Yeah, but not like Let's Make a Deal. Anna's telling me they dress up on both. Mindy said ER had the most dead doctors. I don't know. I feel like Shonda Rhimes hates all of us. Like Sean is like, I want you to fall in love with my characters and then I will kill them. And I'm like, Shonda, there's like half a person left. Oh, Steve says Price is Right. Okay, sorry. You asked him for Springer. Read faster. Well, Peter, I hope you can meet my friend Steve. You and Steve talk to me the same way. It's fantastic. I love it. You keep me in my place. Steve's been keeping me in my place since I was in high school. Yeah, you're right. Okay, sorry. Your roommate was in Price is Right. Did they win? Like, how did they do? Stacy says Grey's Anatomy. Mindy says Grey's Anatomy. I think Grey's Anatomy, just because I've got beef with Shonda. Yes, Grey's Anatomy. It's true. Every patient saved, 2 doctors will die. God, I love that show, though. Why can't I quit you? I'm serious. I'm the last person watching Grey's Anatomy. No one is left. I am the lone survivor. I am the only one. Steve says any show with a hospital, literally any show. Steve, I want to know how you feel like how cops are portrayed on these shows, especially in those hospital shows. Do you guys spend that much time in a hospital? Like there are constantly cops there. Like, what are they doing? Grey's is still on. Yes, it is. It is still on, friend. Listen, Meredith is still alive. Barely. She almost died. She was dying of COVID. She really was. She was on a ventilator. She went to heaven. It was crazy. Y'all know what Grey's Anatomy is. You guys do know that nighttime television is actually, I don't know if you know this, maybe you don't, is actually, for the love, like Days of Our Lives. What are those shows called? Somebody help me. What is that called? Soap operas. There's soap operas, but for night. Did you know that? It's okay. Yeah, they're nighttime soap operas. So that's why they're so ridiculous. Except in daytime soap operas, people get kidnapped and put in wells and like have brain transplants. Colby, good morning. First time on the show. Hello. Okay, Stacey says the reason I said Grey's Anatomy is because I've actually seen it on Netflix. Yes, they're soap operas. So these are nighttime soap operas. That's why they're so ridiculous. Season 19 was just renewed. No, I think they're shutting it down. I think this is it. I think this is the last. Katie said like a telenovela. Basically, yeah, like all of Shonda Rhimes stuff is soap operas. They're actually considered soap operas. Soap operas where Liv can sing. God, I wish. I would be so obnoxious. Anyway, Mindy is saying her husband can't watch medical shows. He is a surgeon. The bad medicine stresses him out. I wonder if cops feel the same way about cop shows. That's what I want to know, except for Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Steve, tell us that was all true. Tell us that was a documentary. Just lie to us. I know you loved that show. It's so down your alley. Doug says I can't stand soap operas. Yeah, I can't do daytime soaps. I can do nighttime soaps. I can do, This Is Us and all this other kind of stuff. I love that we're talking about this hot take. Anna says, I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Steve, let's be friends. That's my producer, Anna. Steve, let us know. Is Brooklyn Nine-Nine real? Also, the movie The Heat, Steve. I need to know, is that real? And can you say the things that Melissa McCarthy says to her captain in that film? Please say yes. I just watched The Heat for the first time and I can't get over it. I can't move on in my life. I really can't. Let's see. Okay, Peter says real estate shows have lost their luster now that you've gone into real estate. Anna was actually asking me something the other day about some shows on like reality shows. For instance, there's the My 600-Pound Life, and people have asked me this in the past. So like, do you watch people who are morbidly obese? Because I probably ended up at 500 pounds. We just stopped weighing me at 458 when I was morbidly obese. And I can't watch those shows. And not just because, first of all, it was my life. Like I lived that show. So watching it, it's not so much that it's inaccurate. It's just like, that was called Tuesday. I have no interest in watching it. You know what I mean? Steve says, yes, they're all terrible. So you don't watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Steve? Come on. Mindy says she loves Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Katie loves Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But that's not really a cop show, Steve. I mean, anyway. Doug is a fan of Forensic Files, which makes sense. Oh, Steve didn't watch 99. And I haven't watched The Heat in forever. I'm not sure on the quote. Okay, you've got to watch The Heat. You got to watch the scene, just specifically the scene of Melissa McCarthy coming in and yelling at her captain. It is incredible. It's incredible. And I just want it to I want it to be real. There's no way that it is. Okay, Mindy's saying that. Listen, here's the thing. Reality TV is interesting. We all know it's not real. Reality TV is not real. The first show, and I got to do a hot take on this. I want to know, what is everybody's favorite reality television show of all time? What is your favorite reality TV show? It can be old school. I want to hear the old stuff. And also, what are you currently watching that's reality? So I used to watch The Amazing Race. I used to watch Big Brother. I used to watch all sorts of, I don't watch those anymore. And I really don't. I had the original OG, absolutely loved The Real World. God, I love that show. I loved The Real World. It was so good. And it's the OG. It's what started it all. I loved that. And I really love the cooking. Like I love specific, not all cooking shows. I really love Top Chef and I really love Project Runway. That's true. I still watch Top Chef today. Sometimes I watch Chopped, because it's like fast kind of a thing. Like you don't have to get super invested in the people. Mindy says, I used to love Carlos Bakery. Yeah. What are you guys watching that's reality TV? What is the hot trend? But Doug says, I like Three's Company. Sheila says, I'm going to go old school Dukes of Hazzard. Steve says, Jersey Shore, no matter how bad life was going, it can't ever be that bad. Does a live count as reality TV? I like that show a lot. Is that like Survivor kind of stuff? Alive? Is that what that is, Peter? I don't know. So I did not know what reality TV shows were and reality and I loved The Hills and that kind of stuff. But I did not know until I was watching Meet the Osbournes. And they pulled back on the last episode and there were guys standing there with cards with not teleprompter. What is that called? I'm running out of time. Whatever those cards are called. And for them to read from. Dadgummit. Whatever it is. Nona, good morning. Hi. And that's when the whole kit and caboodle was exploding about what it really was. You know what I mean? Not flashcards, but thank you, Stacy. Yes, a million years ago, a wedding story. Oh, and I applied to be on the wedding story, Mindy said. And Nathan says, Top Chef Project Runway, but I really liked the Osbournes. Thank you, Steve. Cue cards coming in from the great Houston Cop. I love you guys. Sadly, my hour is up with everyone. I will be back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. Don't go anywhere. Kate and Will are coming up for the next hour. We got lots of programming. I'll be back here tomorrow, but only for 1 hour, you guys. I'll tell you about that tomorrow. Mwah! Live every day. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.